Hey, thank you. Thank you, ladies. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
And Bob, the information has been absolutely stellar. Thank
you very much.
For this. Thank you for watching our backs and making sure we get the relief and the full satisfaction. That's really critical. My question is, if your client wants to do a BK after filing, after doing a short sale, can they include that unreleased deficiency into the BK?
That is a great question. Yes, they can. Now, I need to preface this. I'm a real estate broker. I'm not a real estate attorney, so I can't give you detailed information. So there's my disclaimer. Now let me tell you how it happens. Let's say that they file a bankruptcy, either a Chapter 7 or a Chapter 13. If they file it and the bankruptcy is discharged, and then that loan is never what they call in bankruptcy reaffirmed. So in other words, the bank says, no, we're not going to do it. And let's say that you close the bankruptcy this month, and then the property actually goes to foreclosure 2 months from now. It might look like it's not included. But if the debt was not reaffirmed by the homeowner and the bank, then that debt would still be protected in the bankruptcy. So the homeowner would still be protected. Realistically, if somebody is even thinking about doing a bankruptcy, they want to get this short sale or foreclosure done as quickly as they possibly can to be included in the bankruptcy once it's done. On a real world type of scenario, if they are going to do a bankruptcy, they don't need to do a short sale. They would let the property go to foreclosure because their credit, once they do the bankruptcy, that's the ultimate ruin of a credit report.
Right,
so there's no benefit at all of a short sale to them. Just let the property go to foreclosure.
Right.
But to answer your question specifically, it would be included.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you.
You bet.
Thanks for that great question, Jennifer. Operator, next question.
I'm showing no further questions in queue at this time.
Okay. Well, this time I do have another question for Bob. For agents who are looking to get into short sales, what are some tips for how they can get those listings?
The best thing to do is, depending on the area that you are in, and I know that many people on this call are in Orange and Riverside County, and I'm in LA County, so I'm going to give you a couple of websites to go to get some information.
Okay.
The website that I use to get information is called Retran, and it's retran.net. That's RETRAN.net. And that is my favorite one. Now, depending on, I think Orange County is $105 a month. Riverside, I think, is $90 a month. And what I like about Retran is it gives me the names, the loan to values, and the phone numbers. So it makes my job very, very easy. If you like to do phone soliciting or cold calling, which I do, then that is the best way to go. If you don't like doing cold calling, maybe you like that more personal approach in knocking on doors, then you can get the same information from foreclosureradar.com.
Okay.
And foreclosureradar.com is about $49 a month, and it includes the whole state. So there'd be a cost savings there if you're not going to call people on the phone. I like Retran simply because of the more phone numbers. For anybody on this call that would like, I can give you a 5-day pass to Retran because it's about $100 a month depending on what county. I can give you a 5-day pass if you just go to that info@bobmcmanusgroup.com, request a 5-day pass, and I'll send it to you. And then you can get on and look. Now, if I'm looking for short sales, then I could go in, and the great thing about either service is you can go in to the county that you want and list all the cities that you want to go into. And then you want to get short sales that are between, if you don't have any relationships with the banks and you're going in cold, you just got your real estate license Monday and you have no bank contacts and you're brand new. This is how you do it. You go into Retran and type in loan to value, and you'll see when you go on there, it'll show you exactly how you get these. and you could go on and put in minimum loan to value 100%, maximum loan to value 138%. And then what you're going to get a list is in all the different cities that you pull up, the names and addresses and the phone numbers of the people that are in default. So we already know there's a hardship. And that they're in default, they're in the foreclosure process, they need to do something now. You're going to have the names and addresses and phone numbers, and you're going to be able to go out and just get listing after listing after listing. Because we're at 100 to 138%, they're qualifying with the bank for an approvable short sale is much better because the amount of the short sale is going to be so small. And so that really is going to benefit you a lot. Now, if you really want to make a lot of money in real estate, and something that a lot of my clients are doing right now, because there are some people that don't want to get involved in the REO market. They don't want to get involved in the short sale market because they believe it takes too long. They just want to go out and do a normal transaction, get a listing today, and get paid on it in 40 or 50 days. And so what we're going to find there is to find the people that are in the pre-foreclosure process. So when you go into Retran or Foreclosure Radar, you're, instead of putting parameters there of 100 to 138% loan to value, you're going to put in minimum equity 20%, maximum equity 70%. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get a list of all the people, let's just say in Riverside County, in the city of Riverside and the surrounding counties, of all the people there over the last 2 weeks or so that are in the foreclosure process. The lender has filed a notice of default, but they have equity. So the property is worth $250 and they only owe $165. These are people that need to list their home for sale. Because if it goes to foreclosure, they're not getting a dime.
Right.
So these are people that you can really help. And Brianna, Erica, I'm telling you right now, everybody on this call, you'll get a list of at least 20 to 30 people a day that fall into the criteria that have that much equity that need to do something right now. Now imagine what would happen to all of us on this call if everybody just called 10 to 20 people a day of people that were in foreclosure that needed help and needed to do something now and had the ability to sell without bank intervention. You would get listing after listing after listing, sale after sale after sale. I'm so excited about 2011. I'm telling you, it is going to be one of the best years in real estate for some real estate agents and brokers because of the way the market is. The way they're going to capitalize on it is going to be extreme. And who's going to benefit the most? The buyers and the sellers.
Amazing advice for getting these short sales, and these websites are just knowledge right there. So thank you for sharing that. Operator, are there any questions on the line?
It does look like we have a follow-up from Jamie,
okay.
And your line is open.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Bob. I was knocking door on the people who are in default, and what they say is that, I mean, they don't want to sell the house. They always want to keep the home.
Right.
It's very difficult to break in, what the timeline, how much they owe. How do you open up that conversation?
Oh, Jamie, well, first of all, I got to tell you, I'm proud of you because you just said, I'm out there knocking on doors. Good for you. Understand that knowing, there's this one side of knowing how to get a short sale through from the bank, but the other side is you got to understand this from the seller's point of view because, Jamie, as you just said, they don't want to move. And many times when we go out and we knock on doors, this is what the seller's going to say. When you go through your hello to them, they're going to say, oh, thanks, I'm working on a loan modification or I'm working with an attorney. And what most people say at that time is, okay, great, here's my business card. If you have any other problems, just give me a call. We don't want to do that. So when they say I'm working with an attorney or something like that, you're going to say, that's great. You're working with an attorney or you don't want to move. I understand you don't want to move. Always, Jamie, acknowledge exactly what they're saying. And then say, tell me what happened to have the bank do this to you in the first place. Because now we're going to get something to where they're going to talk. They're not ready to talk to you. They have what we call in the sales business or in life a reflex no. People, they're always, am I being sold something or something like this, so they have a reflex. So your job when you go to the door is when you get through, and first of all, what you have to say, the script that you say is, hi, this is Jamie. I'm stopping by because your home came up on the foreclosure list via public record. Is that true? Did your lender foreclose? And if you could just hear the way I asked that question was not humiliating to the seller. It's because what a lot of people say is they'll go out there and say, hey, I understand you're in trouble. I thought I'd stop by to see if there's some way I could help. Never tell somebody facing distress that you're there to help until you are in front of them at an appointment, because they don't believe it. And you want to use the script. You want to use the right script. My name is Jamie. I'm stopping by because your home came up on the foreclosure list. Because what do people want to know? People want to know, who are you and how'd you get my number?
Right.
And how'd you get my information? So once you stop that, then it's going to be, what happened to have the lender do this to you? So you see, Jamie, you're not asking them for this information right up front. You're not asking them to fix anything. You're just saying what caused this problem. And now that they're going to talk about the problem, now is when things are going to open up. You're going to hear things. Because, Jamie, you're out there in the streets, so you know as well as I do, there's people out there that are out of work. They have no income at all, and they're trying to refi or loan mod. It hasn't clicked with them that they can't do it without an income. But that's okay, because that's how denial works. And I got to tell you, I've been broke before. I understand how it feels. If anybody on this call has ever been broke before, you have a major advantage dealing with these people, because you say things from a position of denial. So always, when you're talking to them, keep the right script and the right objection handlers with them. Be ready for, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to move. I'm dealing with an attorney, or I'm doing a loan mod. Those are the ones that you see the most. And, Jamie, what you do is you acknowledge the point. I appreciate you don't want to move. Now tell me what happened to have the lender do this to you in the first place. Why are they being so hard on you? And then they'll continue the conversation.
That's great. That's a great, talking point, because it's true. People don't want to feel like they are being attacked or just seen as a dollar sign when agents approach them. So
right.
It's a good starting point. Thank you, Jamie, for that question.
Thank you.
Okay, so are there any other questions on the line, operator?
No, ma'am. I'm showing no further questions. Thank you.
Okay. Well, then at this point, Bob, you are, I know, a busy man. You're always out and about doing things, helping agents like us. What else is going on with you? You have any upcoming events?
Yeah, I have several upcoming events. I've got a couple in, Riverside and San Bernardino coming up in early February. Next week I'm in West Covina. And if you go to my website, bobmcmanusgroup.com, and you go to my events, you'll see that my whole schedule. So if there's one close to you, we'd love to have you. Stop in and get some great training. At the program, I offer a program on. The first one is how to succeed in the default market, which is what Jamie was just talking about. Is all the scripts and dialogues that you need to go out and talk to the people that are contemporary scripts and dialogues. And that program is $139. I've got a program that is short sales and how to get into the REO business in the next 60 to 90 days. And it's the updated 2011 short sale guidelines, as well as how to get into the REO business. And that one is $159. And for anybody that wants to take advantage of those from this call, if you say you were at this call, I'll give you a 50% discount. So if you email us in, I'll give you both programs, 1 hour of coaching for free, as well as a great pre-listing book for $149. Just mention that you were on this call.
That's really awesome.